All right, here we go. This is Cosplay 101. Some techniques that I'm going to be giving in this video series. I'm going to be showing you how I solve some problems. The great thing about cosplay is that you are creating something that is your own. You're being inspired by other people's work, but you are creating something your own, and you're creating it 100%. So you're creating not only how it's going to look, but how you're going to achieve it. Um, you're taking foam, like yoga foam or whatever, and you're making it into look something completely what it wasn't intended for. You're going to make it into some kind of prop. You're going to make it into a crown, a helmet. I don't know. It's you got to come up with the idea. So you're coming up with the idea, and you're coming up how it's going to look, and you're coming up with how you're going to make it. And that's going to be the tough part because making round surfaces is not so easy. Making uniquely shaped surfaces, not so easy. You got to break stuff down to basic forms. And sometimes you got to break it down into not so basic forms. Here's some solutions on this video series that I am going to give you that I have figured out or I have learned about. I'm going to give you the tools to get you started. But of course, like always, you can come talk to me. Let's figure stuff out. Let's figure a new way around it. Let's figure an easier way around it. And let's have some fun out there. So here's my series set. Enjoy. I hope you like it. I hope you learned something. All right. Be awesome. All right, so we got the templates going on here, and I'm tracing around with the Sharpie marker. I've got my notches in there, so you want to make sure that you color them in so you're taking out little triangle notches, and that will help get the form of that around the round surface. Like I explained in the last video, it's kind of like how you saw the world map. Same thing, it's going to help make that surface round. The mistake I made here was that I should have flipped the foam around so the texture side would be on the inside, not on the outside. It's going to be more cleanup for me to do later, but you know, lesson learned. I know now what I needed to do, and we're going to just make that correction for next time. But I cut two of these out. I'm only going to cut one circle out for the top because I want to, save up some time on here and show you basically how to do it. So we're cutting it out. We're cutting the notches out, and the notches you're going to glue together, and it's going to get that foam. I'm going to do a practice run when I get done cutting this other one out. You want to make sure the knife is straight up and down so you got nice straight cuts. I'm using my blade here, and this isn't like overly thick foam, but it is a little cumbersome to use. You have to go over it a couple times, as you can see here, to make sure that you're cutting it. We have thicker foam than that, and that is going to be a lot harder to cut. So I got them all together, do a test run. Everything seems to fit, but when I go and actually apply it, I get a little bit of a crack going on, but that's okay. So now we're going to the next section, which is this guy here. I'm making sure I got my piece side notches. I'm going to start cutting those out first because they were kind of the hardest. I got some texture with it last time, and I'm going around in a circle. Make sure that you're cutting away from your hand, not cutting like into your hand or towards your hand, and you're just getting the notches. So I'm testing out, make sure that works. Good idea. And now I'm going to start gluing. We use barge. I buy barge from Amazon. It is what the professionals use, is what we're going to be using. So I'm just going to get the little cement on there, and I'm going to let it get tacky. You try connecting it, it's not going to stick. You got to let the barge get tacky. So while I'm waiting for my corners to dry, I'm putting glue down on the plastic right now, and I'm going to let that dry a little bit while I work with other things to adhere it. So now I got it on the back where I'm going to glue. I've attached a few of the things together. They're not really holding. I'm thinking it's going to hold once I get it attached. And I apply another layer onto the plastic. It didn't go on as well as I liked, but it adhered pretty fast. Like I can't move it. You see me trying to move it? So I gonna have to create a thing to fill in that gap. So again, I'm getting my corners glued. Glue on the top. I'm gonna put glue on the back. I've attached them together. One didn't attach, but now I'm gluing the back. It should attach with the other side. I have got some glue. I know it went fast around the rim, so that even the rim of it will attach to the top foam, to the bottom of the foam. Now I'm making my thing to fill that space in, so I'm going to glue around all of the other flaps that are there on the sides, and the plastic, do the same there on the edges and on the back. I'm going to slap it in there, press it down so it all stays. It all adhered pretty well. It came out pretty decent. You want to make sure that it all adheres by pressing it down, like you see what I'm doing there. I'm going to cut off some of my excess because it didn't go on the way I liked. It was a little oblong, and I'm going to trim that up and get that looking nice so that it sits down on the floor nice. We still got a long ways to go. We got to sand off the texture on there and then put on more matte in the shape of a turtle. So I hope you enjoyed.